Hello everyone, CoinGit here, and it is time for my coin collection update 2026. I skipped 2025, but I'm back for this year, and this will be an update of pretty much another 2 years of work adding to the collection, and I'm just pretty much gonna go through all the coins, show all the albums. I have a bunch of flips. The last video was 45 minutes, so this one's probably gonna be like an hour unless I could speed up a little bit. But yeah, I'm just going to settle the phone down and just start going through all this stuff. Now, before I start going through all the individual coins, which I plan to just show really quickly and go through the albums, I don't want to spend too much time. I want to show some of the main stuff I have here. I have a bunch of weed scent rolls all around here, a bunch around back there as well that I'm not really going to focus on. Some old coins from maybe 2018 to 2020 that are pretty much worthless that I've just kept because they're just memories. Another bags of wheat cents. This is foreign coins. This is 2009s. This is more foreign coins. These are S mint mark memorial cents from 68 to 74. And the rest, I'm just going to put the phone down and go through one by one. Alright, we have all our hard plastic here. 2 rolls I forgot to mention as well. An uncirculated roll of 1959 Canadian cents. And a roll of wheat cents, and now there was some steelies in there mixed in. We have a NAX, CACG, PCGS, NGC, other random stuff. And let's just put the phone on the lamp and get started. So here is the most valuable coin in my collection. It is a $2.50 gold coin that I picked up in November 2022. So, of course, that's a good investment now that gold is at an all-time high today as of filming. Yeah, this is what, $600 of gold right now. Gold's at 46.50 an ounce or something like that, or 4,600. It's the only gold coin in my collection, but glad to have it. Now, I don't really have much interest in gold, but I thought I need some American gold, and I got my favorite design of all the gold. And but yeah, I mostly prefer pennies actually. Lincoln cents are my favorite. We have a couple sets over here as well. A 1964 Denver uncirculated set. Now, the front of these are kind of ugly. We do have the 3 silver 90%ers though. But the backs are really awesome over here. I mean, all of them are toners except the penny, I guess. We have some rim toning all around the $50. We have some rim toning, a lot more rim toning on the quarter. The entire back of the nickel is blueberry blue. And the dime is the best. I mean, check that out. Full rainbow reverse toning. Now, we also do have an SMS set. 1966. So only the $50 silver here. And it's got this super weird toning, which I like. But it's artificial or something like that. It's from being probably in a really humid place. So these coins, I doubt they'd strike grade. $50 is nice, though. It's untouched by the color for the most part. Really nice coin. And I have a 1964 proof set over here as well. Of course, with the 390%ers. Don't think any of these are cameo. Possibly the dime, but yeah. It's a proof set that I got really early onto collecting, in early 2020, back in my early days. Now, let's go through some of these slabs, starting off with, let's just start with NGC. So, I have this 2004 MS64 nickel. Amazing. I only got it because it was $4. It says $6 over here, but I picked it up for $4. And it was just such a cheap slab. I thought it was funny. I got a Whittercoin University sample slab from NGC. It's a 2024 $50 because I went in 2024. One of these high relief $50 that they made for the 50th anniversary of the $50. In 2014, the $50 started in 1964. I mean, the Kennedy ones. Of course, $50 have been made way before that. I also have a 1942 proof cent from, which I got a little while ago, and it's the beginnings of building my 1942 proof set by getting each coin individually. It's a really beautiful coin. Great luster. Proof 62 red-brown. And check out this Toner Morgan. It's actually the first coin in this video so far that is new, that hasn't been shown in the 2024 video, except for this actually also probably wasn't shown. Actually, now that I think about it, the 2024 video didn't have all the Witter stuff. Forgot it's been 2 years since the last collection video. But yeah, really beautiful coin here. So next up, we have our CACG slabs. Starting with a Witter Coin University sample, also a 2024 half dollar. This one's Philadelphia. I think the NGC one was Denver. Let me check. Yeah, it was a Denver. So we have the P&D here, one from NGC, one from CACG. Both great condition. Don't have the grades. I also have a 2023 ANA Pittsburgh sample. This was one of the first samples, I'm pretty sure, of the CACG slab. I got it when the slab just came out, just to see what it looked like. And this one, got at Witter Coin U as well. 1881S, Mid-State 61. Got it for free over there. Signed on the back, Witter 2024. And over here, hard to see, John Albanese should be. And it's super lustrous and beautiful. Really nice looking coin. Especially on the reverse. I shouldn't be spending too much time on one coin though. So yeah. Basement slab. Proof 70 but not. 1959 silver dime. Let's move on to Anax coins. This is my first ever large cent. 1819. I got it in like 2018. And it was the oldest coin in my collection for a really long time. Got it slab, just it's super sentimental. Also, this 1900 AU55 Indian head cent, which for some reason back in the day, during my first Anax submission, I thought I would get mid-state and red-brown. But yeah, really nice luster. AU55 still seems low today. This also seems a little low. Good 6, scratched. And, I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense for the obverse to get good 6. Even though it has all the beads around it, I guess the Liberty and all that. You know, look at the back, though. Does this scream good 6 to you? And by the way, this whole thing over here is not a scratch. It's a die crack. The scratches are like the little stuff on the side up over here. So, yeah, good 6 scratched was kind of criminal, in my opinion. I was super sad when I got that back. This is a Mid-State 6454S Benji that I thought would get full bell lines. Still super lustrous and nice looking. An 1809 half cent VF details. I guess that's kind of what I expected, or I think I might have even been expecting fine details out of this. Thought this one would get Mid-State. These are mostly from my first submission, which was, what, like 4 years ago now? Knew way less back then. But super lustrous, though. Really beautiful for an AU58. 1923 common date piece dollar. This is my first ever 3 cent silver. Actually not as sentimental. I got it graded because I thought it just... I didn't know. I didn't think it would get details. I don't know why. It's really nice, though, for a 3 cent. These 3 cents are hard to find like this with their full details and all that. And not bent, even though that's, I guess, corroded and damaged. This is an 1803 half cent, which I was surprised when it came back as a good, I think. But yeah, you see all the details, it's just super corroded. And it's one of the oldest US coins in my collection. This should be the second oldest. We have my first ever 20 cent piece. This one's also, I guess, slightly sentimental. I've always loved 20 cent pieces. My other ones in my typeset, it's not much of an upgrade, but the one in my typeset, but it's not details. So we also have this 1873 super damaged Indian head cent that I thought would get like XF or AU details, and still don't know why they gave it VG details, since obviously the details, I mean, full Liberty, full feathers, full beads. I don't know how it works over there, but I guess holes lower the details. Not sure how that works. And then my one and only reverse proof 2019 W Lincoln cent. Let's move on to our PCGS labs. We have my one and only Rattler over here. I got it alongside the gold coin in November 2022. Or no, it might have been actually a different show. I think it might have been a different show. But really nice shape. Wonder if that would cack. This is a 1942 proof quarter. Got it for the 1942 proof set that I'm building. Weird color, but you know, it was cheap for that reason. This is a perfect Surcam Benji that got environmental damage. It's just a perfect Surcam. Really beautiful coin. I love this coin. Always been super interested in Surcams. I mean, how much more perfect than this does it get? I have this coin that I've been wondering if it should go into my Lincoln Cent album or not. It's a 1920D Planchet Flat Uncirculated Details coin. And the luster is actually really strong on this coin. It's a little hard to see under the lamp at an angle. But it has super strong luster. It just has no red to it. So that's why I've been wondering. This is also from Watercoin U, another 2024. But this one's in a PCGS type slab, I think. Yeah, PCGS over here. Another modernish half dollar. But this is my one and only OGH PCGS slab. I actually won this as a giveaway. MS66 also seems, you know, underrated for this coin. But I guess since it's modern. And also CAC doesn't do modern, so couldn't send it off anyway if I had a CAC membership, which I don't. This is a 1941 Denver Lincoln Cent, also pretty new in my collection. I don't need to correct this one out because I already have a beautiful one in my album. And usually any coin like newer than, I'll say 34 for Lincoln Cents isn't worth cracking out. And I wouldn't crack out any coin really that isn't worth at least 50 bucks probably. Really nice high grade though. And this actually might be the most valuable coin in my collection, even more than the gold coin. Forgot about this, but this is my Watercoin U slab from 2022, when I won in 2022. And I remember that back in the day, these things were going for like 1,500 to 2,000 bucks. Now, they probably don't even have close to the same demand anymore, but this could be still super valuable. Not that I would ever sell it, ever. But it's also a 1922 San Francisco in uncirculated condition, right? So, or so I think. And that makes it rare in of itself. So that's it for the slabs. And now I'll be moving on to the flips. And finally, saving the best for last will be the albums. I have a ton of flips. This is the stuff that is up for sale on eBay. This is some of the stuff that I was just looking at for fun or thinking of putting up on eBay. Other random stuff. Main flips, mostly collection items. And I'll start off with the stuff that I was just randomly looking at and this random stuff over here. Because it's like the smallest pile. Easy to look at. This is, by the way, my old pocket piece, a 1991 Silver Eagle. And we can zoom in now. Maybe not that much. But yeah, so I don't put it in my pocket anymore. It's just been left at home. But got down to, I don't know, low AU, high XF. Something like that probably. Really nice coin. Fortunately, it has a ding. Dropped it once. But yeah. Shouldn't spend too much time on one coin. I have a nice 1934 uncirculated. That's not nicer than the one in my Lincoln Cent album. Have a Uruguayan 1942 20 centesimus. I think it's a 50% silver coin. I have 5 troy ounces of silver shot, which I got for like 120 bucks 3 years ago. Of course, now that's worth what, like 350, something like that. I don't know. Silver's at an all-time high today. Dipped back down now at night, but it's like 83, 84. No, it's like 84 bucks. I have a gold back as well, which I think I won in a giveaway. It's 1,000th of a troy ounce, and melt alone on that would be what, like 450. So these have a small premium of maybe $5. We have 2 silver quarters that I don't need in my album. Beautifully toned peace dollar. I'm gonna open this one up. Haven't seen this coin in a while actually, so I'm glad to be looking at it again. Really beautiful toning. Wanna just grab it by the rim. Check that out. Lustrous. With color. Little ugly toning though. It's like dark toning, but I like it. And the reverse is especially nice. It's the scratches, of course, are all on the flip over here. The hard plastic slab. Or whatever you want to call this. And now, I'm not sure how to close this. So next up, we have this 1874 H-Mint. Not sure what that is. I think Heathen. 25 cents from Canada, sterling silver. Random Indian cent that I got with a lot of other Indian cents I bought for, I just needed one of them. And It was like in 1870 something, one of those rare dates. The whole lot came, it was like 4 Indian cents, and I only needed that one. And the deal was good for just that one. I also have a DDO apparently. This is from my old Lincoln Cent hunt from like 2021. Early 2021. Can't see the DDO on this thing. Couple French coins. I'm zoomed in too much. Random French coins, and I like this one actually. This is a 1937 telephone token. So that's really cool. Proof war nickel, the only proof silver nickel ever to be made. And it's the nicest 1942 proof of them all. So ironic that it's the only one that's not in a slab. I don't have the Merc yet. Looking to try and get it. This is kind of like a beginner type stuff that I put into one flip. Steely, V-nickel, steel cent, foreign coin, silver, foreign, war nickel. Also have a 1941 half crown, which is like 50% silver, I think. This is the lowest vintage coin in my entire collection. It's a 1969 Uruguayan 1,000 pesos. It's a pattern coin. It's in copper. They're supposed to be in silver like this. And this is a commemorative coin from 1969. 0.900 silver. Really nice. Also got some other random silver over here. I have a 1943 pence and a 10th ounce Buffalo round. Yeah, a 10th Troy ounce. 3/9's fine. I have a really nice condition but cleaned 1908 Canadian half dime or 5 cents. Not sure if they call it half dime. This is my first ever Flying Eagle cent. An 1857 Flying Eagle cent. Really nice reverse. Got 2 piece dollars for under melt recently with silver being super high. 3 40% half dollars. I've had these for a little while longer. That 1968 though, really beautiful coin. Random 36 Buffalo nickel. 1938 45S. That doesn't upgrade to my album. 2 more silver half dimes over here from Canada. 1920. This one's especially nice, the 1920. Then we have a 1905 over here. Pretty cool. 1956 Denver red brown. 59 Denver red. 53 Denver red brown. Couple random loose coins. Steel cent. 1890 Indian cent. 1920 Philadelphia Buffalo nickel. My first ever Barber half dollar and trifecta of nickels. War, Buffalo, and V for finding. Not that I found those, I don't think. Never found a V nickel actually. Corner hunting. And that's the first part of the flip. So I'm going to move these to the side. And next up, we have the stuff that I am selling. So you could email me if you're interested in any of this stuff, by the way. It's all on my eBay, but if you trust me, you can Zelle or Venmo or anything like that. This is the bag that I brought to college, actually. It has some ancient coins. The ancient coins are not for sale. The rest of it is. My email is going to be in the description. I have all kinds of random stuff in here. All right. So yeah, I have some cool like foreign coins. I don't want to mix this in with other stuff. So I have a 1969D no FG Lincoln cent that I found corner hunting. 2 ancients. Some toned proofs. I really like this 73S. It's a brown one. And the 71S is really nice too. Got some random slabs. 1955 MS63 red brown obverse thigh breaks in here. There's some thigh cracks in the hair. It's a little hard to see. Maybe if I zoom in. Yeah, pretty difficult to see. Also got a couple other slabs here. We got beautifully toned. Probably the best toner in my collection. 1964. Dual-sided toning, by the way. Yellows and purples, just like you'd want it. Silver quarter, uncirculated details, scratch. The scratch, I think, is on the reverse somewhere. It's not very prominent, but it's there. I don't see it right now, actually. Sorry about the dog. Beautiful coin. Got some more ancients over here. This one is the oldest coin in my collection. It is from 58 BC. the Indo-Scythians, and it is silver. This is a Byzantine Empire coin, the only coin I have from the Byzantine Empire, from around 641 to 668. And I have one more ancient slab in here. It's one Roman coin, 337 to 361 AD. Really, really beautiful coin. All right, I have partial roll of near full day buffalo nickels. 1898, cleaned, polished, in unit cent. Random little extra ancient coin. This was my first ever ancient. AU 1919 San Francisco Lincoln cent. The one in my album is better. I have 1834 bust $50. This one actually I took off because silver price is going up, but bust $50 premiums in coal aren't. And a random 20 centesimo coin. I think it has a double die, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't. So yeah, that's just a regular 20 centesimos. I don't think that's for sale, but if you want it, you can ask. This over here is my largest ancient coin. Really thick as well. Hard to see through the slab. Big Roman coin over here. Pretty worn down though. 1942 proof cent. Actually, didn't mean to get this one, really. I mean, I did, but didn't mean it for the PC. I got it because someone called it an AU on eBay. And the pictures are terrible, but I thought it might be a proof, and I got it, and it was. So that's great. And now selling it for cheap. I think it's the cheapest 1942 proof on eBay. Of course, it is a circulated proof. We have a 1929 San Francisco uncirculated Lincoln cent. Really nice looking. And a 1925 Denver, also uncirculated Lincoln cent. Or this one might be AU, not sure. It's weak strike, as many 25Ds are. Have a couple other Roman coins over here, like this one. I don't really know much about them, I just like them. This one's silver plated, I think. Or like 10 or 20% silver, and I don't know. I think it's silver plated. Here have another one of those 1969 commemorative Uruguayan coins, but in a silver bezel. And an 1857 40 centesimos coin. It is a huge, just chunk of copper. Beautiful coin, weird denomination. Key date, toned, 1950 Denver Jefferson nickel. Beautiful toning. A 1908 AU Canadian cent. In 1937, beautiful toner, best Canadian toner in my collection, and I have some. Uncirculated 1937 Canadian quarter. I think this might be one of those sterling silver ones, right? With King George. Beautiful toning. Yet another one of these. 1969 silver 1,000 pesos coins. So yeah, I have a couple of these. Like 4. And then a couple more ancients. I like the reverse design on this one. Kind of looks like the ancient version of like the seeded $50 reverses or the seeded Liberty dollar reverses with the eagle. A couple of Italian coins here as well. These are light. I think they're aluminum. They're from the 50s. I think all of them are. That's 1955 one is nice. And that's it for the selling bag. Now, let's get to the main part. These are some of the most exciting coins, in my opinion. So, just going to take these out piece by piece and go through them. Right, so first up, we have a nice 1964 silver quarter toner. Yet another one, yep. Not as nice as the one in the slab. We have 2 Barber silver quarters in decent shape as well, especially this one. But none of them are as nice as the one in my typeset, of course. I'm telling you guys, the albums are going to be the best part. I have some more toner proof cents. A 1920 Uruguay 20 centesimos coin. 1969 San Francisco proof $50. Over here I have a Flying Eagle cent with damage. It's got a cool like mock reverse strike. It's not actually an error coin. It's like another Flying Eagle cent was pressed up to it and hammered down onto it. Next to it is a 1 gram silver bar, which I got a really long time ago for Melt. And these bars, little bars, have premium. And silver is up, of course. Also got a 1964 25 centavos from the Philippines. Next up, we have a couple of these old Jewish kind of coins. I don't think they're exactly coins. I think they're tokens. This one says 1288 and the other one says 1285, I think. Hard to tell, but this is what the other side looks like with the Star of David. And this is in... These are from Morocco, and I think they follow Morocco's years or something like that, which is different. These are like from the 1800s or something, but they're hammer struck because that's the technology that they had, so they look ancient. Also got some more proof toners, 68S and 69S. This is a 1917 peso from Uruguay. Here, I should take this out because I can't really see it. So yeah, 1 peso, silver, and these have a big premium actually. All silver pesos from Uruguay do. This is one of the rarest coins from my collection as well. An 1844 Uruguayan 40 centesimo coin. Weird denomination, huge thick piece of copper from a rare era of coinage. Also have another one of these even rarer Uruguayan silver pesos. This one's from 1893. I really love this coin. This is a Racketeer nickel from 1883, and the gold plating on this is actually really nice. Beautiful example of a Racketeer nickel. This is my only drape bust silver piece. It's an 1807 drape bust silver quarter. I have some drape bust copper, but not the dime or the half, or especially not the dollar. And an 1896 Morgan dollar. I like the tone of this one, especially on the front. I have an uncirculated 1917 Canadian cent. This one actually has really amazing luster, and I like the color on it. Beautiful coin. And another weird denomination from Uruguay, 4 centesimos from 1869. Really nice shape as well. Over here, I have a 1917 50 centesimos from Uruguay, silver, and a 1942 1 peso, which is even smaller than the 1917 50 centesimos, so it shows how the silver price went down or inflation went up and all that. We have a beautifully toned, with some yellow 1 centesimo, uncirculated, from 1936. Amazing color from Uruguay. An 1827 bust, half-dime, cap bust, of course, and my first ever cap bust silver coin was cheap. This is one of my first Barber dimes. Might be my first. I don't remember for sure. It is missing the T in States from a grease strike. And I really love that error because it's only the T and it's like completely wiped off. So super cool. And then we have a 1942 Mercury dime. And this is my first Mercury dime. That's all I remember. That's my first ever Mercury dime. I have a couple of random more coins here. Like this nice colored 72S that I found in circulation. A proof 1963 silver 10 cents from Canada, and 1901 5 centesimos from Uruguay. Here is a nicer cap bust dime, large size, 1821. Full date, but the top of the obverse is pretty worn down. Still rare date. We have a W quarter, the first W quarter I ever got in my collection, I think. It's a 2020 back quarter. Or it might be, yeah, I think it's the first. It's cool. It's got the Privy mark. Random little Mint of Denver token. A couple other random coins. 58 wheat cent. Nothing really worth talking about here. A couple more foreign coins. This is actually super cool over here, though. This is an off-center 1853 large cent. Another coin that wasn't in my last coin collection video. The reverse is perfectly fine, actually. In great condition. But the obverse also in great condition. You see very obviously how it's off-center. Super cool. And yeah, the rim is super thin over here. We have a random nice 1961 red Lincoln cent. Over here, I got a 1/4 ounce silver Standing Liberty thing. An 1859 Canadian cent, second year issue. Dateless sterling silver Canadian quarter, and sterling silver dime from 1912 or 13. And the two best tone proofs in my collection for the Lincoln Memorials. 1962 over here. Over here, I have a bunch of like random stuff that I got from an A&A package. Includes this shell, which apparently was some kind of, I think, a Japanese currency back in the day, long ago. This is a 1921 Morgan dollar. Really nice, lustrous, some nice color. Die cracks all around the reverse. Little difficult to tell, but runs across the letters all around the rim almost. Some more Uruguayan silver over here, and got a 1943 50 centesimo silver coin and in 1877 50 centesimo. So yeah, same denomination, just a couple decades apart, like 7 decades or so. Got, this used to be my necklace, 1830 dime, really nice condition. It broke, haven't been able to fix it. Got a Hold V nickel and an Albany, New York fruit dealers Civil War token from 1863. Pretty cool. Got a couple like tiny cute coins. Indian Head Cent, Washington quarter, $50, Mercury dime, and a Buffalo nickel. This is a big for $1 from 1897. And this has too long of a story for me to tell over here. This is a beautiful like decam obverse, more normal reverse, 1964 Canadian 25 cents. I like this coin because it is in an old flip from September 1973. It's a 1961 proof silver dime. I have a Indian Head Cent from 1882 over here. This was my first ever Indian Head Cent. I got it like in 2018 or so. Uruguay 10 centésimos from 1893 and Uruguay 5 centésimos from 1857. Also, two things I forgot to show. First off, this blank planchet from 2014, Denver. And this slab over here, which doesn't seem like a slab, but it's an NGC slab of what used to be a mint coin die, I think for Lincoln cents. Yeah, 1994 Denver Lincoln cents. And it's defaced, of course, so that no one can make Lincoln cents themselves. Not that it would probably be worth it anyway. But yeah, canceled, deface, official U.S. Mint coin die, and I got it from Witter Coin U as well. It's in an NGC slab, if you can call this a slab. But yeah, super cool. Over here, I have yet another one of those beautiful 40 centesimo coins. This one's in much nicer shape, 1857. You see all the details. I love that weird denomination, huge coin. Another 1942 20 centesimo silver coin. This one came from my grandma, straight from Uruguay. And it has a story behind it that her father or grandfather had stuck it to their fireplace, and that's why it's all corroded or whatever that is. I have a New York City subway token. Just random 1980 Suzanne B. Anthony dollar in the mint packaging from Denver. A token. And a 1957 golden toned proof Jefferson nickel. Another one of these old slabs. I mean, not slabs, but old flips. 1891, 40 cents. I like that. 26D Lincoln cent and a 1930 10 centesimo coin from Uruguay. We got some like random coins over here. 1963 shilling. Coin that I thought was some kind of error at first. You see like part of a memorial over here and then Abraham Lincoln's there. I think I posted it on Reddit and they said it was some kind of a like chemistry experiment or something. I don't remember, but don't think it's an error. A couple like Woody cents and other random stuff. Nice 70S, 43 Steely, and a 30D. Got a really nice looking piece dollar over here. Not as nice as the one in the Nax Lab earlier, 1923. Got a 1956 D over D Lincoln cent that I found corner hunting like 5 or 6 years ago. No, 5 years ago. You can't really see it here, but it's a really nice error. Got a commemorative 500 pesos silver coin from 1986 Uruguayan and an uncirculated 1924 or AU 2 centésimos. Got an uncirculated Klimt planchet 1958. I think it's a Philadelphia. Yep, Philadelphia dime. And another ancient coin. That was my second one in my collection. Got some random Lincoln cents, 58 and 54. 1916, 16 50 centésimos from Uruguay, and 1936 10 centésimos. 2 silver dimes from Canada, 67 and 63. And nicely toned 58 Denver Lincoln wheat cent, 1942 Canadian cent. Got an 1869 2 centésimos and an 1869 1 centésimo coin from Uruguay. Got a couple 2025 coins that I got, at the beginning of the year of 2025. It's 2026 now, I forgot. An 1857 20 centésimos coin from Uruguay. That's my first Uruguayan coin that I got in the collection. And a 20 centésimos from 1877 when I changed it from copper to silver. So that's cool. A 1955 quarter, that's like what I believe a circulated proof like. And a 1964 silver dime from Canada. Another pair here, 1949 and 1941. A super screwed up 3 cent nickel. And a 1975 Belize silver proof, 5 cents. Got the one and only 2020W proof nickel, the only West Point nickel ever made, I believe. 1956 proof nickel over here. One fake Morgan dollar from 1884 Philadelphia, and one real Morgan dollar from 1884 Philadelphia. This is my first ever Morgan dollar, by the way. This is a nice Canadian cent. I want to take it out of here. I love the Circam color on this coin. It's 1897. This side's better. Over here we got two not so nice barbers, but they're barbers. 1916 and 1897. And another 20 centésimo coin from Uruguay. This one's from 1930. I think it's some kind of commemorative. Beautiful design. Here is a nicely toned 1941 Lincoln wheat cent. A 2021 Canadian quarter that I got in my change in San Francisco at Woodard Coigny 2022. 1 cent euro that I got for my birthday from the ANA. A couple random other Lincoln cents that aren't really worthy to talk about. And here's the final lot of flips. We have a 2023 Extra V Lincoln cent, shield cent. A little difficult to see, but it's there. A little bump, extra bump there, extra V. We have a 2019 W quarter, a couple silver coins, a peace dollar of Benji, Merc dime, Walking Liberty half dollar, and a 64 Kennedy, and a random Israeli coin. And my first Civil War token, also from 1863, like the other, Army and Navy, the common one. So now we move on to the albums, which is the best part of the video. Cleaning out in here is just some random stuff I forgot. So there's like a 1,000 pesos from Colombia. Got an Asian note, not exactly sure what it is. Might be Thailand. A silver denarius. I think it's 84% silver from the Roman Empire. And a beautifully toned 1962 proof-like or proof Canadian cent. Not sure if they technically made proofs. That's what I heard from a Canadian collector, I think. But beautiful coin. And now it is time for the albums. Best part, we have the two best, save for last, Typeset and my Lincoln cents. These are my favorite and what I've been focusing on mostly for the past 2 years. The rest is kind of in random order. I put the two Washington Quarter albums together. That's the only series that's separated. And let's get started with the Washington Quarters that are at the top. So this starts with the 1932 through 1947 book, which right off the bat has some nice coins. We have the Washington Reavers here, a 1932 uncirculated Washington Quarter, a nice AU for the 34, 35, 35S, and a beautiful Stun and 36 Philadelphia. On the next page, we have a 1939, a 40, 41, 41D, 42. The 42 is in nice shape. I'm not going to actually list all the dates because that's just going to get boring quick. But you can take a look. I'm going to point out some nice ones. For example, that 44S, that 45, beautiful coins. The 46S as well. Really Really nice coin over there. And that's it for the first part of the Washington quarters. Second part, gotta find out where to put this. All right. Second part is a little heavier, actually. 1948 through 64. This one's gonna have more coins in it. Starts off with a beautiful uncirculated 1950, as well as a beautiful uncirculated 1951. The 52 D and S are also nice as well, and the 51S might be like an AU. Moving on, we have a bunch more uncirculated ones. 53D, all of the 54s and both of the 55s are in uncirculated condition. And then we have our first full page. We have a beautiful uncirculated 1960, a proof 1961 because I just found it under melt. A 61D, also nice. A 62D is nice. The 64 Philadelphia is really nice. A couple extra that I just plugged in because I didn't really know where else to put them. I think one of them, this one, is a Type B reverse, but of course it's circulated, so not really worth anything extra. Also have state quarters. This one's a little boring, so I'm going to go quick. Gotta open this up before I put it under the lamp because there's not that much space. But yeah, we have the obverse, the reverse, and it goes through all of the states. Oh, well, outfell North Carolina. But yeah, we have pretty much every state except Kansas and Wisconsin. I think I took those two out because I took Kansas out because it was an Ingodwe rust error. Wisconsin wasn't there. I took Alaska out because it was a 6 cloth. Sold those two on eBay. Now forgot to look for them in my change. Probably gone them and spent it again. Anyways, next up are the Roosevelt dimes, and this one's actually a really good going set. Lots of the spaces are filled, most of them actually. We have a nice AU48. I like the color on it. The rest of these are mostly circulated. We have the reverse here. We have a beautiful 1955 and a beautiful, even more stunning 55S. The 1960 is really nice as well, and that 1964. And we have a whole extra page over here just filled with random extra silver dimes, mostly Roosevelts. That's a 1965 actually, and this is a Carson City seated dime. It's a little difficult to tell until you zoom in, but there's the CC. Really not that great condition, but it's a CC seated dime. Next up, we have so I have an empty album of Mercury dimes, an empty album of Ben Franklin's. Gonna zoom this back out. Not that much. Empty album of Undated Cents, and then here we have my Franklin $50 album. This is a really cool album. It's first of all silver halves, and there's a lot of nice condition ones. Like check out this 1951. I have a little steps going up, funny, like going up into the next page. So let's see the next page. So yeah, this one's more empty, of course, because silver $50 are expensive, and there's a lot in this set. But I've gotten some nice ones over the years, like this 58 over here on the bottom. It's really, really nice. I think that used to be in my typeset, and I should actually check my typeset to see. Now that I'm wondering, I haven't opened this album in a while. That looks like it's better than the one in my typeset, if I remember correct. But I have to go back and look at what I have in my typeset. The 54 is nice as well. Then a couple other nice ones. Decent conditions. AUs, all that kind of stuff. And the reverse. Next up, I have another one of these empty cent albums, but this one I use for Canadian cents. So here we go. Got a couple 20s, 30s, 40s. Don't have any key dates. 50s. Beautiful 56. That's the best coin in the album. And these are all, by the way, from Coiner Hunting, except for everything earlier than the 40s, I think. And I'm almost done over here. Some of the modern ones are actually a little difficult to get. But yeah, the album's going great. This is also one of my favorite albums by Indian Head Cents. And this one actually is really close to full. The first page, full. Definitely the Flying Eagle Cents could use upgrades. But some really nice coins in here, like this 1859 Indian Head Cent. The 1861 is really nice. So is that 1864. On the next page, we have all the semi-keys. We are only missing the 1877. We even have some of the keys like 71 and 72. Most of them, of course, are in terrible condition. But once you get into the 80s, they start to look nicer. Of course, that's the 1880s. And then we have the 1890s. A bunch of these, by the way, I got from a coal roll of Indian Head cents that I got a while ago. And check this out. This is one of the most valuable coins here. I'm going to pop this out really quick. This is an S mint mark Indian Head cent. It's a 1908. And check that out. My only San Francisco minted Indian Head cent. Super cool coin. Love it. Key date. Should be the rarest Indian Head cent in there. If not the 1871. But I think the 08S is rarer. The Buffalo nickels. And this is one that is like technically complete, but not really. And you'll see what I mean. This is very heavy. The first page is completely full. We have all the key dates, including the rarest 1913S Type 2. That one cost me the most out of all of these. We have the 14D, 14S, 15S, really tough dates, 15D, 13S Type 1 as well, super rare. We have 17S, 18S, lots of those really tough dates. The 21S was also really tough. The 24S as well. 26S is the key date, I'm pretty sure, of the Buffalo nickels. But wasn't the most expensive. The 13S Type 1 was. We have the 31S in here as well, with a low mintage. And then the only missing slot is a 3-legged, which, you know, it's a variety. It's not a date. So technically I have every day. I just don't have the 3-legged variety. And that sets you back like $500. So I don't see it happening anytime soon. But besides that, I have every Buffalo nickel. The V nickels is also a little bit heavy. Not as heavy as the Buffalo nickels, but that's only really because it's a shorter run. I mean, check this out. I have the 1886 key date, which I got super recently, actually. I got it last week, yeah. The 1883 without cents. All the 80s, actually, they're all rare. All the 90s as well. I mean, not all the 90s, but all the early 90s. I think after 1894, it starts getting a little more common. Or 1893 might be a little common as well. But yeah, starting 1897 is when it really gets common. Also got a bunch of these from a coal roll like the Indian Head cents. And the only ones I'm missing are the 12S and the 85. I could see myself getting the 12S sometime, but the 85, I don't know if it's going to happen for a while unless something great pops up. Here we go, another nickel album, and this one is actually fully complete. So check this out. We have a beautiful 1938, all the key dates, 38 DNS, 39 DNS, and then the Wernickel's. I'm trying to get them all in uncirculated. 42P, 42S, 43P DS, the 44S. Those are all in really nice shape. I have the 44P reverse mounted because check out the die cracks on this coin. I want to get that replaced and then put this into a little flip, but actually not really. It's like either die cracks or lamination, but there's something going on the side here that I thought was pretty cool. So I put this reverse mounted, and it's some kind of mint error. Not really valuable probably, but cool. Here's the rest of the Wernickels. The 45S is in really nice shape. I got the 50D over here and uncirculated. And the last page over here. Beautiful 55 Philadelphia. And 2 Wernickels just to fill those empty spots. Finally, before the 2 great albums, this is going to be the Mercury Dimes. And this is actually one of the M-tier ones. Most of the silver ones are, actually. It's really the nickels and pennies that I've been focusing on. But, yeah. Lots of common dates. 26D, I guess, might be a little nicer. The 39 over here is nice. So is the 40. The 41, 42. Nice condition. 44S, 44. A couple nice ones. Alright, so these are big albums, so you're going to be viewing them from a little bit more above. But, here we go. So, you know what? I'm going to show these coins one by one. These are worthy coins to be shown one by one, especially if I showed the flips. First off, we have a beautiful 1804 half cent, an 1828 half cent, and an 1855 half cent. These are the reverses of these beautiful half cents. All 3 completed half cents. The large cents are also completed. This is the oldest American coin in my album. It's a 1797 Dre Bust cent. I have a nicer, I think I had a nicer Dre Bust cent, but I preferred putting the older one in. It has a nice die crack running through it as well. This needs to be upgraded. It's a classic head large cent. This is a rare type, 1810. 1819 coronet and 1847 coronet braided hair. And these are the reverses of my large cents. Next up, we have a really nice Flying Eagle cent, full feathers and all that. This is like an AU coin, maybe AU details because it looks a little funky. Got a really nice 1859 Indiana cent as well, beautiful coin. A beautiful like AU, probably high AU 1860, an uncirculated 1908 with some pretty nice colored. Uncirculated 1909 VDB and a proof 1956 Lincoln Wheat cent. And these are the reverses. Look at that 1908. The 1860 over here, the 1859 and the 1857 Lincoln cents and all cents really. They're my favorites. I love small cents. We have a steel cent over here, 1987 as proof cent. Wittercoin U 2022 stamped coin that I got from my friend Coins USA. An 1864 2-cent uncirculated details. A beautiful XF 1854 3-cent silver and an uncirculated 1867 3-cent nickel. Here are our reverses of our 3 cents, the 2 cents, the Wittercoin U cent, the proof cent, and the Steely. Now we move on to the half dimes. We have a beautiful VF 1835, a decent 1839, pretty nice 1854, and a decent, pretty nice 1872. The 1872, I think, is from San Francisco, if it'll focus. Actually, yep, you see it right there, the San Francisco mint mark. The others are all from Philadelphia. Actually, no, the 1839 is from New Orleans. There you go. And the beautiful VF bust halftime, the best of all the halftimes. We have some nice nickels as well. 1866 shield nickel. Beautiful AU 1868. A beautiful uncirculated 1883 no cents. This one could use an upgrade, but it's pretty decent. A 1907 AU and a 1913 Type 1 Buffalo nickel. These are the reverses, very Type 1. Nice. This is one of my favorites, and this is probably the best nickel in here. The AU shield nickel. So got a couple more in here. The 1936 uncirculated, a 1962 with some pretty nice color. Got a 1945 San Francisco uncirculated war nickel and a 2019 S proof nickel for the modern nickels. And you can see the blue on the back of this nickel. I love it. We move on to the dimes now. This is a really nice looking 1835 dime. Got a decent 1856. This was my oldest coin for like a day until I got something a little bit older. Like I think it was an 1853 quarter or something like that. 1853 dime. That should get upgraded because it is plugged. We have an 1876 seated dime. Pretty nice, like VF, and an XF 1903 Barber dime. Beautiful uncirculated 1938 Mercury dime. A really nice grade, like high uncirculated 1961 silver dime. 2019 San Francisco Roosevelt dime. Now I'm going to show the reverses, and then I'm going to show you the 20-cent piece, which is one of my favorite coins in my entire collection. But yeah, look at that Merc, the Barber. This is the seated, the plugged coin. That needs an upgrade. And the back of that cap bust is actually way more heavily worn than the front. That's the silver dime and the proof. Now, this is one of my favorite coins in the entire collection. This is an 1875 20-cent piece. And check out the reverse. This is a Carson City issued 20-cent piece. Of course, if you want a Carson City 20-cent piece, you don't have much of a choice other to get the 1875 unless you want to pay 6 figures for the 1876. Those are the only 2 years they made them. And in 1876, they didn't make many. That's the back of the cap bust quarter over here. The front looks a little nicer. 1835. And then we move on to the seateds. We have some decent seateds, actually. 1858. The 1853 is in really nice shape. Got an 1876. A nice 1908 Barber. And a 1917 Type 1 Standing Liberty quarter. This is what the backs look like. Pretty nice coins, especially this 1853. And then I have a beautiful Standing Liberty quarter, 1929 Denver, a 1962 proof Washington quarter with some slight rim toning, a 1985 San Francisco Clad proof, and a 2009 District of Columbia Clad quarter. These are reverses. Most interesting to me, of course, over here is that Standing Liberty quarter. Now we move on to the half dollars. So we have our two cat busts over here. This one definitely needs an upgrade. This one is really nice, but it has a huge scratch on the head, which I hate it because the rest of the coin is so beautiful. Really nice fields and all that. 1828, great details. This is an 1837, and then we have an 1853 with rays, no motto, half dollar. These are reverses. You can definitely see why this one needs an upgrade. That one has such a nice reverse. Next up, we have our arrows seated half dollar. I got to 1853, so I kind of like cheated on this one. But yeah, I put the nicer one over here, I think. One of these is New Orleans and one of these is Philadelphia. I think this is New Orleans. We have an 1878 and a 1909 Barber half dollar. So here we go. Yeah, that's our New Orleans. I love the O there in between all the rays. Our seated half that probably needs an upgrade. It's cleaned. And our beautiful Barber. Now let's see about the rest of these coins. We have a 1942 uncirculated Walking Lib, a 1963 like AU-ish Benjamin Franklin half dollar, maybe uncirculated, not as nice as a 1958. The 1964 beautifully toned Kennedy half dollar and a 2019 S proof half dollar. Here's all our reverses. I'm only missing 2 coins in this album, and they're the 2 seated dollars, and I'm actually getting this one in a couple days, but it didn't make the cut for the video, so I guess you'll have to see it next year. So this is it a couple days later. Just decided to throw this clip in because I'm not done editing it yet. We have an 1878 trade dollar, a beautiful, this is one of my favorite coins in the entire collection, maybe like, it's definitely top 3, a DMPL 1885 golden rim toning Morgan silver dollar. Absolutely beautiful coin. A stunning 1922 uncirculated full luster piece dollar. A 1971 San Francisco silver Ike. A 1979 SBA dollar. And this, I think, is a 2019 San Francisco proof Sacagawea dollar. Now, over here, oh yeah, we are missing 3 over here, but I don't really count them because they're just easy nickels that I'm waiting to get in proof when the opportunity pops up. We over here have a 1976 set of coins, of bicentennial coins. This is the only one that's silver. It's also in really nice shape. And a couple commemoratives, 1893 Columbian, 1946 Booker T, 1953, forgot the name of that one, and 1986 Clad. Now, this is the only proof of the 2004 and 5 nickels that I have, and I found it corner hunting. Probably not going to find all the others corner hunting, but they're all like $5 whenever I go to coin shows, so I'm just trying to find one for $1 like a regular proof. 1999 proof quarter that I found corner hunting. This is a beautiful proof silver dollar that I bought for like $25 when that was like what silver price was. Beautiful 2000 toned ASE Silver Eagle. A nice presidential dollar and a 4 Lincoln cents from 2009. These I could probably also try getting them proof. And now, time for my favorite album. And here we go with the Lincoln Cent album. So, we start off with the beautiful 1909 VDB Lincoln Cent. We have a 1909 uncirculated, 1909 San Francisco, 1910 uncirculated, a 1910 San Francisco, 1911 uncirculated, 11 Denver and 11 San Francisco, the rarest semi-key, 1912 uncirculated. We have a 12S over here, 1913 uncirculated, 13S, 14D details coin, but it was cheap, and the details are really great. 14S as well. 1915, beautiful full red uncirculated. 15D as well. 16 Philadelphia, 16 Denver, and 16 San Francisco are the first PDS set in at least AU. We We have a 1917, a 17D. 17S isn't as nice. 1918, red brown. 18S is in nice shape as well. We have a 1919, fully red. And a 1919S red brown, one of my favorite coins in the album. Beautiful 1920. 20D could be upgraded. But not sure about cracking out that slab from earlier. We have a 1921 with beautiful toning. 21S also in high grade, and a 22D in high grade. Managed to get myself a 1922 plain cent for a really good price, as all the dye diagnostics proving that it is the 1922 plain cent. Has a weak R and T. I think that's what you're looking for. Beautiful 1923. A really nice 1924. 1925 uncirculated. 25D uncirculated as well. Weak strike though. Red brown. 25S. This one's like an AU. 26 uncirculated red and 26D uncirculated brown. And from here on out, 1927 and forward, every single coin is at least uncirculated. We have a 27, beautiful 27D, beautiful 27S, 1928, 28D, a nice 28S, 29, Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco with beautiful toning. And I'm realizing now I forgot to show the reverses. Like, this is the reverse of the 1909 VDB. I'm not going to show all the reverses, but this is the 1909. Just some of the nicest reverses, like the 1910 over here. Really like the reverse. Here, let's see. So this is a really nice reverse over here of the 1919. Let's stay on this page over here. We have the 1930 Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. 31 Philadelphia, Denver. Key date in uncirculated. 31S. The 31D was also super tough. We have the 32 Philadelphia and Denver. 33 Philadelphia and Denver. 34 Philadelphia and Denver. And this is where they start to get real nice. Now, let's look at some of the reverses here. This is the 1921's reverse. The back isn't as nicely colored as the front. That's a 22D over here. This is the 21S. Let's see if this is for sure the 26D. And that's 1926. Some of these have really nice, beautiful red, fully red reverses. Over here we have a 1935 Philadelphia. It's a little paper on the way. Oh, it's stuck on the inside. Okay, but yeah, a little paper. 35 Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. 36 PDS. 37 PDS. 38s. 39s. This is one of my favorite ones, by the way. This 39S is a beautiful toner with a bunch of purple in it. 40 PDS. That 40D could be a little nicer, but I actually like that patch of brown. I think it looks cool. We have 41s, 42s, or 43s. Some of these actually could be nicer on the 43s. 44s. And from here on out, really, most of these look red. We have 45s, 46s. And let's check out the reverse really quick of that 39S. Just as beautifully colored as the front. Lots of really cool coins here. I forgot which one this one is, but I feel like this one also looks like it has really cool color over here. This one is the 35S. Really cool coin. Pretty much everything here is red except the Steelies. Couple red browns maybe. But from here on out, really, it's going to be pretty much all red for the wheat cents. We have our 47s, our 48s, 49s, 1950s, 51s, 52s. That 52 could use an upgrade. 53s, 54s, 1955s, 56 proof, 57 proof, and 58 proof. Then a couple extra randos over here on the side. Reds and proofs. 57, 54 proof, and a nice 57D. Of course, pretty much every reverse here is red. Except for this one. I think that's a 52. Yeah, the 52. That could use an upgrade. From here on out, we have our memorial cents. Bunch of proofs mixed in with regulars. 59 proof, 60 proof, 61 proof. Lots of nice coins. I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm just kind of going to skim through. There's a lot of coins over here. Missing a lot actually still because these are only corner hunting. I'm not buying any of these. But as we go forward, you'll see that the missing slots begin to disappear, become only for the proofs. Lots of proofs in here. Those, of course, I haven't been finding corner hunting. I've just been trying to get them for $1 each wherever I can find them. And a beautifully toned 2007 to end the book. And check out the toning on that. And over here, 4 coins that I've cracked out. 1922D uncirculated details, 31S uncirculated details, 1919S uncirculated details, and 1922 No D VF20 SEGS. So yeah, that is it for the entire coin collection video, ending with my favorite album. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one.